Welcome to the Well of Being. This is Melissa Laborsky, MD. Today, I'm allowing a channeled message to come through. The wisdom is within you. The wisdom you seek is within you. The portals, the gateways, they're within you. They are within you. The awakening of the planet is not just an external expansion and awakening. It is an awakening that is happening to match the frequencies, resonance, expansions that are within each and every one of you. These portals, these channels, these pathways, this wisdom, you have buried it, you have hidden it away for so many reasons within this lifetime and across multiple lifetimes. For many reasons. One reason being, it was not safe for you to share this wisdom, to open this gateway, to open this portal channel at different times in space in the past. Literally because you could be persecuted for opening such a path. You could be ostracized. You could be abandoned. So you closed the doors. You quieted the wisdom, you hid it away, but it did not go away. Like a treasure that lies deep within. Another reason why you have not opened these channels, portals, gateways, and connected to this wisdom yet is because it has not been time. It has not been time. There has been a necessary expansion and alignment on earth to become a welcoming environment, literally at the energetic level, to allow such openings, to simply open like you could think of in a home. When you open a door and the energy, the air that moves through opens another door elsewhere. There's an expansion that's happened. It's happening within and it's happening without, and everything is re-acclimatizing, re-equilibrating to match the new balance and the new frequency. Another way to see this is the pressurization on an airplane that allows you to soar to new heights. So these are different ways of seeing that literally the container that is Earth had to reach a certain level, had to reach a certain expansiveness and openness where, pooh, all the doors can open. And if you have been one who is very conscious of this wisdom within and very consciously has made the choice to close the door, you're going to hear knocking. You're going to feel the pressure, the tug. You're going to hear a nudge in many different ways. Feel the nudge to open the door within, that it is time. You're going to hear the wisdom calling to you from within. These other parts of you that you've hidden away, calling back to you, saying it is time for us to fully express ourselves. It's time for us to step forward. It's time for us to be heard, seen, felt. It's time for us to reintegrate and align. Or perhaps this is the first time that you've even considered integrating these aspects of yourself into your experience. So to be specific, we are speaking about your inner wisdom, your inner guidance, and this can come forth in many ways. Human beings are infinitely expansive because we are energy, and as energy beings, we have the potential to connect to all energetic possibility that is available within and beyond us. So there are many that you may recognize, such as clairvoyance. That's your ability to see beyond this present moment. Clairaudience, to hear what others may not hear, to hear hidden messages. And all the clairs, the ways that we are taking in with our senses in a way that is beyond the visible level of perception. But again, the visible level is just one tiny piece of the spectrum of possibility. So much is invisible to us. However, with this new expansion in reality, it's going to become more visible. It's going to become more easily accessible. And all of your inner gifts for tuning in to this wisdom are going to come online and align to allow you to access this. So it is more easily available, and that ease and availability is going to activate your ability to connect. It goes both ways. The expansion of humans is being called to meet the expansion of the planet. And that awakening is only happening because the alignment of this time and space is absolutely perfect for this opening for all of us. And the same with the concept of portals. When we think about a portal, we often think of something that might be outside of ourselves. However, our way of connecting in is through our embodied being. The access gate to that portal lies within you. Again, the access gate to that portal lies within you. Yes, connecting in an external way to a portal that you might perceive can help to activate your connection to it, but you can also access it from within and thus discover the portal and expand into its external manifestation. From within, connecting to the beyond. From beyond, connecting to the within. The same goes with the concept of a channel. Yes, there are many beings, such as Melissa, who are very open and have been open as a channel for a long time in this lifetime. They have been leading the way, guiding the way, preparing us for this way of connection that very much could become just like any other means of communication that we all accept fully as being a societal quote-unquote norm. You heard me, that all of us have the potential for channeling within us. Channeling is simply accessing information. Again, information that may not be visible or heard to others, but it exists. So because this information, this wisdom, this energy, this frequency is more easily acceptable, we are able to, even those of you who have not used your channeling before, will find that you can begin to tune in. So it exists within you, but of course it is through practice. And practice that you build that relationship, that you build your connection. And the same goes for the concept of expanding your senses and tuning into wherever your gifts may lie, through your expansion in seeing, your expansion in hearing, your expansion in the sense of smell, your expansion in touch, your expansion in connections to memories across space and time. Each of you will find that you have many gifts. Many gifts. They need to be accessed, opened, and practiced. You can't just open the gift and set it in the corner and expect that it's going to come online and align with your being. You must actively practice it. So the energy that wishes to be channeled in will be more easily accessible, and the opening to each of us to becoming a channel will be more easily accessible. Now, each of us will be different with how we choose to connect into this information. Many of us may not even realize that we're channeling. It may be a total internal process that just feels like an expansion of your deep inner thought, your connection to your inner wisdom or your guides. For others, there may be a more expansive awareness of channeling, of even consciously choosing what you wish to tune into, and even being aware of exactly what beings are coming through, where they are coming from, and why. Now, this is not to say that any of these paths is more important than any other. All of them are equally important. The piece we wish to express with clarity is it is the opening of the gift of your channeling ability. Just like you may learn to talk, you may learn to read, you may learn to walk, you may learn to channel. And I said may, must. To evolve on this planet, yes, these, learning how to speak, to read, to walk, to eat on our own, to take care of ourselves, all these things are part of the evolution of our species. And this is the next phase of the evolution. To step into these gifts, to open these gifts, to practice these gifts, to use these gifts for your own healing, first and foremost. Again, for your own healing, first and foremost. And even for those of you who are in a healing practice of any kind, all forms of medicine and alternative medicine and energetic healing practice, the first rule is that you are applying this wisdom within. Again, the first rule is that you are applying this wisdom within, that you are healing within. Because the purpose is not meant for you to receive and then just give it away. The purpose is for you to receive, to fully integrate, to allow it to transform your being, and if and when you are called to share this information. Now, with integration, you're automatically going to be sharing because it becomes part of who you are. Literally, your expression here on the planet, changing your alignment, changing your energy field, changing what you attract to you. As you align and open these gifts, what you will discover is more will want to come in, like you are a receiver, because you are a receiver. We're infinite receivers of information that is here all around us at the visible and invisible levels, and we have this magical ability to use our own unique gifts to receive that information. We could have 5 individuals receive the same frequency, and they will integrate it in different ways. And when they do share it, they will share it in different ways. And again, it's not to say that any one of those individuals is right or wrong. It simply is the pure harmonic experience that happens when this wisdom, when this frequency, when these energies are processed, received, and integrated, because there's no one way for them to be received and to be integrated. As people are receiving this experience, they're going to have an infinite number of experiences. For some of you, there may be blocks that come up to clear. For some of you, it may create an immediate activation. For all of you, it is about activation, because you must clear the blocks in order to activate and open these gifts that are within you. So staying open to, there is not one way to do this. There is not one way to connect into this information. The most important piece is your openness, your consciousness. Your belief systems can limit your ability to receive. Again, we say your belief systems can limit your ability to receive. As we have said many times, now more than ever, we're going to be feeling the pressure to recognize and bring these beliefs to consciousness and clear them on an ongoing basis. Because one way of seeing is suddenly there is so much more that wants to flow. If we were to think at the level of water flowing through a pipe, and there's a sudden surge from a reservoir that has gotten a great rainfall, and it's pushed into a pipe, and suddenly, of course, the velocity of the flow is going to go up. And anywhere in the pipe where there have been any blocks, that pressure is going to push against those blocks. And many instances, just the sheer volume and flow will just clear the block away. And others, it will create a situation where almost like it's a dammed block, and you become very, very aware, like suddenly you're not receiving flow at the other end. Maybe even it's pushed other blocks to come together, and it's created a clog. So how you might experience this within your being is it usually starts subtly at first, with just little hints like perceptions, things that might trigger you, and you feel the energy around it. This also can be experienced at the physical level of the body, where as you are opening, well, it's just happening. This energy, this flow is coming in more than ever before. You may feel and hear subtle signs. They could be physical, they could be emotional. Little tiny aches or pains, little feelings that you don't really recognize. Where did that come from? Maybe there's not a trigger that you see. And then, if you are able to dive deep and clear, then the flow continues on. If you're not, then that little block may accumulate into a bigger block, and that may literally create something physical in your body. You may actually attract to you a triggering situation that helps you to dive deeper into the emotions that might be stuck around this, so that you can clear the block within you and allow that flow to continue. So this flow is supporting a very high level of healing for our embodied experience. So the clearing literally is pushing us at the physical level, at the emotional level, to open and open and open and continuously clear in order to support more flow. And as that flow opens, it creates new channels of flow. Maybe ones that you didn't even know existed. And that flow may connect and become a way of supporting and opening some of those magical gifts that are within you. Because in order for you to open, you have to be, in order to open those gifts, you have to have that flow come through. You have to have that flow come through. So this is the completion of the direct channeled message. And we wish to share light language activation to further support connecting to this wisdom, to opening your awareness, your consciousness, welcoming in the flow, and activating your ability to clear blocks and tapping into those gifts. This light language activation is going to support all these levels. So let's bring it on. Hola ale ola ana ale ele ale I ala I ala elo wala ale wala ale lela wala wa ela ale wala elo wala anu wala ela wa a wala wala wili wa ale ena ti ala wa ala wala le wala 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 le la wala wala le wala unna la india la wala le man ya la wala wala ali la wala Hey, yalla, 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 Sunjaro utsai utar antiki are I ayeta konjaro u Sanya atoko tiatiro tukotanja aro tiki ara tiki takanja wala 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 u Sanya otaka tiara de tiki ara sekonja tiara tiko tatia atakanja wala wala ala ua 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 Sunjaro antiakaton yaro walai takatin yaro tikitin yaro walai lale koile malia walai la wala 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 wai Sunde oche ete unsarta ansakata ar Hutun se tekar untaka itzikiar ta ar it's So I'm going to pause to allow some channeling to come through. What I am seeing, many beings wishing to share their activation because there truly are infinite channels out there that wish to share their wisdom. So this way, have been blocks. There are blocks that you will recognize and create, but there are also blocks that were installed upon all of humanity to block this level of consciousness. And those blocks are being deactivated. Those blocks are being deactivated. Those blocks are being deactivated. They're being cleared. They're being cleared. That is the collective energy, that is the energy here on the planet that is literally powering down systems that created distortion energy to being able to receive. There were others in the past that were able to pierce through the distortion field and connect in despite the distortion. There are many others that stayed asleep under the distortion blankets. That field has been turned off, the distortion field. The implant within you that was creating distortion in general in humanity is removed, cleared. So this creates more of an opening and connection for all of you here on the planet. Insai oro untakar, insai inti etakai. Itsai oro untakar, itsai indai utakai. Ayala wale, ayala wale, ayala wala wale, ayala wale. Ayala wala wale, ayala wala, ayala wala wale. Hai ala wala ala wala ala waya. You are being supported in this process, each of you uniquely and individually. You will attract to you exactly what you need to support you in this process. Be conscious and aware of that. Be conscious and aware of that. anyone listening to this message is already ready to receive it. Allow yourself to go deep within and recognize, truly recognize, as we have been saying, that these gifts are within you, that what you're experiencing is a remembering, a recalling of the truth of who you truly are, even if you've never experienced it in this lifetime. This is the truth of who you truly are. An expanded, aligned being with super consciousness, with the ability to bring in energy, frequency, messages for a healing purpose, with the ability to activate and open the gifts within for a healing purpose, for the ability to integrate all of this into your embodied earth experience so it transforms your life. Sumba Rosha Nsoy Atar Nsotoyi. Thank you. Thank you, courageous one, for receiving this message. Thank you. We are really being nudged to open. This is why you're hearing from me so much, is because they're waking me up every morning and telling me I need to share. Honor to do so. It truly is. So continue to tune into these messages each day. If you have not done so, subscribe. Will help you to stay attuned to all these offerings. If you are seeking one-on-one guidance, I have offerings at wellofbeing.love. Many new ones have just come in. Just transformed all of my offerings yesterday. Oh, blessings, blessings, blessings.